Hey, I'm Adam Jusko, and this is Adam Answers, where we answer the burning and not so burning questions of the day. In this video, how are these Sony LinkBuds supposed to fit into your ears, and how can you adjust them if you are not getting the fit you want? If you find this video helpful, give it a like, maybe subscribe to the channel. So these Sony LinkBuds have a sort of distinctive shape, and then they also have this little extra rubber ring on them, what they call a fitting supporter, sort of like an athletic supporter for your ears, I suppose. Now, when you take the LinkBuds out of the case for the first time, one thing that is going to be handy is going to be the fact that underneath there is going to be a little sticker that shows you if you are using the one for your right ear or your left ear. This particular one is for my right ear. That's what I am going to be working with. So, whoops, almost dropped it. Now, the design here of the LinkBud, sort of like a figure 8 with one side looking like a donut and the other side sort of looking like a dome, especially if I were to hold it this way. So we've kind of got the donut a little lower than the dome, and then we have this little rubbery tip, right? Now, it's a little bit self-explanatory how this goes into your ear. So I have the right one, donut's gonna go down, the dome is going to be more toward the top of the ear, and the dome's going to kind of stick out toward anybody that might be looking at me. And then, of course, you've also got the Sony name on the dome, so you could just think about the fact that anybody looking at you should be able to actually see that name. So all you're really doing is taking that donut part, slipping it down into your ear canal, and then this dome kind of sits on the outside. And then that little rubbery piece that sticks up is supposed to kind of catch the lip of your ear. So you've kind of got a little lip coming out of the LinkBud, and then you've got a natural lip sort of in your ear, right? And if everything goes right, you can kind of tuck it underneath there, and it'll give you that nice, snug fit. Now, I'm kind of sitting in a way here that I'm holding it right in my ear as if I have a nice snug fit, but I really don't, because my ear is not the correct size for the default LinkBud. I can shake it right out. So if you are like me and that little rubber piece was either too small, it didn't really get under the lip of your ear, or maybe it was too big and was kind of like, you know, sticking out from there instead of kind of giving you the snug fit that you want, well, Sony knows everybody's ears are different, so what they also included in the box, which hopefully you will have found, is a whole bunch of other what they call fitting supporters, what I would just call rubber rings. Now, they are 4 different sizes. So by default, what you have on the LinkBud is the medium size, and then there's an extra small, there's a large, and then there is an extra large. So you can decide, you can experiment to decide which one of them is the best fit for you. So you take this one off, you put one of these on. So let's look at how we take it off and put it on. Now, when I first looked at this and was trying to figure out how to adjust this and put a new ring on or a new fitting supporter, I was a little confused, and I was just kind of yanking at this thing and thinking, this doesn't seem like it really comes off. How does this work? And so if you do just kind of yank, and especially if you're just yanking outward, well, then you're going to think it's kind of stuck on there really hard. But what you really want to do is you want to pull a little bit outward, but then you want to actually pull it sort of up toward the top of the dome. So you're just kind of clearing the little lip that's actually built onto the LinkBud, and then you can pull it up and over the dome, and then you can see that it comes off, and it looks like a little, I don't know, like a little stopwatch maybe you might want to call that. So that's what you have. You have a ring, and then you have a little head. It's almost like a snowman without the middle snowball. All right, now I'm gonna need my glasses for this part. So I have chosen the biggest ring, or the biggest nub or lip on the end of the ring there, because I felt like that was just not gonna work for me with the default, and medium wasn't even close. So I went right past large to extra large. You could choose to go as high as I did, or you could choose to go smaller if you felt like there was too much extra rubber happening. Anyway, the way you're gonna put this back around the LinkBud is, on the LinkBud itself, you will notice that there is sort of, on that dome-shaped part, there is a groove all around, and that would suggest that that is what the ring part of this is gonna go around, right? Well, there is also a little piece there where a little slot of plastic actually kind of sticks out, where it is not so smooth, not such a groove. And that little piece that sticks out here is going to line up with this piece that sticks out here. So all you have to do really is find that little groove, eyeball it, and take this and kind of put it over the dome and stretch it out over it so that your little nub that sticks out ends up over that little plasticky piece that sticks out. Let's see how I did. I think I did pretty well. And so that's how that's going to look. That's where that's going to be. And if you're looking at it from the outside, you're going to have that nub sort of sticking at sort of a 45-degree angle from the word Sony away from the donut part. So it's fairly simple to take these off and put them back on. Once you realize that you shouldn't just yank it as hard as you can one way, you got to kind of yank it and then go up and over that dome. But putting it on, pretty simple. So then obviously you can experiment with these and see what works for you. If you try the small and it's not small enough, you can go extra small. If you try the large and it is not large enough, you can go extra large. Or if you just skipped right over and you find out this is too large, you could go down to large. So I'm going to give it a shot in my ear. It really looks big now, that nub. It might actually be too much for me, I don't know. But now I kind of tuck that under there. And you know what? It does feel like it makes a difference versus the sort of default medium that was on there. That does feel like it is holding it in a way that it was not before. And I can kind of move my head around. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. I'm a little bit surprised because when I had the default medium piece on there, I thought that these were just going to go flying out no matter what kind of fitting I put in. But that's pretty good. It's pretty snug in there. And for someone like me with, you know, pretty big ears and a pretty big ear hole, that kind of did the job. That's pretty good, Sony. And actually, just to show you that it did make a difference, I've still got the default ring or nub in this one, and this is the one that I just replaced. And if I shake my head, you can see that one goes flying out, but this one stays in. All right, now I've replaced out the other one. I got them in both ears, and it feels like they're pretty good. Like I can move my head around, and those are not going to come out of there. I could probably go for a run, and I can't knock those out all that easily, so that is a good thing. So if you got them and you put them in your ear and it feels like, oh, these things stink, make sure you try out those replacement rings or fitting supporters, as they call them, because those might just do the trick for you. Everyone's ears are different, so I certainly can't guarantee that that is the case, but definitely worth a try. Hopefully that helped you to figure out how they go in and how to adjust them if you are having some trouble. You got any questions, comments, put them in that comment section. Otherwise, again, if you like the video, like it, maybe subscribe to the channel. I thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.